What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the All Members All Sports Pod. We got a very eclectic group here this evening. As you can tell, we have some interesting characters. So, before we introduce everybody, let's get into a little housekeeping. So, if you're ever in the Lancaster, Pennsylvania area and you need to get a haircut, check out Lean at Sparrow Hair Studios. My man in the corner may need one soon, but we'll get into him in a second. Let her know that you're a network member
Who
and
is
she'll give
this?
you a discount. Yeah, we'll get into you in a second. Um, Also, if you want to rep your team with a custom 3D printed hype chain, you can get those at Lotwin. Big win, big game day, Halloween costume. Who knows? We got Mike Jones in the corner showing off the Clashing Conferences hype chain. Uh, Use code TCCPOD for 10% off and grab an oversized chain today. Links are in the description. And last but not least, one of our partners this day in Philly sports history, Mr. Jim Montgomery, the less handsome Montgomery brother, if I do say so myself. Every day he takes down a trip down memory lane of Philadelphia sports. Anything you can think of, man. Any sport. Right now, he's going through his Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame inductees and kind of giving you a history of that stuff. So check him out wherever you can get podcasts. It's definitely a good history lesson for sure. So without further ado, with this eclectic group, let's start with Juice. Introduce yourself, brother, and let us know what's been going on with you.
I'm Mark Gabriel, also known as Juice the Barber. I'm the owner of the KSQ Barber Lounge. So if you're ever in the Kennett Square, Southern Chester County area, and you're looking to get a haircut, check me out. Um, yeah, it's just moving. What's new with me? Just I'm actually in the process of expanding the shop. Excuse me. I'm getting ready to have the grand opening party this Saturday from 5 to 8. Anyone that's available, come out. It's 106 West State Street, Kennett Square, Pennsylvania, 19348. Right on the main strip, right between Lilies and Green. You'll see the balloons. You'll see the signs pointing right in. Come in, check out the spot. Come and have a great time. It'll be food. Be a lot of people there. Also, kind of is serving as a grand opening / networking event as well. So it'll be a lot of different people from a lot of different industries come out, meet, talk, have a good time.
Nice. And if you're a fan of any sports teams that we currently do not have on this podcast, we're looking for you. So reach out to Juice and join our network.
For sure.
Right.
Sure.
Congrats on the new shop, brother. Congrats
Thank
on
you.
expanding and getting big.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
that.
Appreciate it. Appreciate
And
it.
Yes, good job on this. Good job on this.
Mr. Mike Jones, you want to introduce yourself quick before we get over to the rock star?
Yeah, I'm still just Mike Jones. Nothing, no weird names for me tonight. I'm wearing the matte sunglasses from last year costume, but the rest of this is just something that I threw on because I felt bad that I was the only person that didn't dress up for the Halloween pod on the OGs episode that we just did a little bit. So I figured I'd throw the chain on, throw the matte sunglasses on, and just come as myself. But that's I don't know where I was going with that. You can edit that out, Mr. Whatever your name
Never.
is over there.
Never. And last but not least, Mr. Rockstar in the corner, can you introduce yourself, please? I think the world wants to know who we're talking to.
Can you hear me on this microphone?
We can, sir.
Okay. My name is Bernard Barnes. I am a geologist and author of the book Why Rocks Rock.
Where can they get that book?
Amazon, click the link, you buy.
Love it.
Link, you buy.
Interesting. What's your favorite rock?
The last one that I discovered.
Love it. Okay. All
If you
right.
discover a rock, do you get to name it after yourself? Yes, Henry. Henry was the last rock I named.
Oh, you named it Henry. Okay.
Henry,
All right.
yes.
Interesting.
Also, I am here to set records straight. You guys, you refer to these sports footballs as rocks. Stop doing that. Sports balls are not rocks.
Is that disrespectful?
It's disrespectful to rocks.
Good to know.
Thank you.
We'll make sure we tell all the athletes that. I'm sure they're gonna care.
Go Rockies.
Go Rockies.
Love it. All right. Well, now that we introduced each other to ourselves, and Bernard, is it Bernard?
Yes, Bernard. Bernard.
Okay. Can we call you Bernie? Or do you
Yes.
not like Bernie? We can call you Bernie? Okay. All right. Good deal. So we do something over here called the Fantasy Football League. I don't know if you're familiar with fantasy football, Bernie, but we got a guy named the Holy Quran that's leading the league at 8-0. He's undefeated right now.
Having a year.
I call shenanigans. He hasn't been on the pod in a couple weeks. He's 8-0. I think there's some stuff going on. I think it's rigged. And
It
then
was
we got
definitely rigged against me. That was garbage.
I
I'm
agree.
still bitter. I'm still
I
bitter.
agree. Yes, Bernie. Yes, Bernie.
These performances rock solid.
Well played. Well played. We have a log jam between second and fifth. Everybody's tied at 5-3. Between the tush pushers, the blunts, Corey Dickinson making an appearance, and big man Juice
That's
following
wild.
up there.
I should be in second. I lost last week by 2 points. I'm sick.
That's
Sick.
how fantasy
Hey,
works, man.
I
It's
should be
nuts.
tied for first. That was an epic
Fair.
meltdown.
Fair.
We got I took out the bearded one this week thanks to his favorite player Tucker Kraft. Tucker Kraft had a big game, huge game. I told him he was
Shut
going to
up,
score
Trey.
2 touchdowns, and he did score 2 touchdowns. So he almost came back with Kareem Hunt last night, but Kareem Hunt just couldn't kick it in the end zone if you catch that. And then I just want to throw out real quick that our lovely guy that's on the OG network, the Philadelphia Eagles fan, Mr. Greg Stanley, is currently winless. He's 0-8. He's worse than the New York Jets right now. He's 0-8.
Sheesh.
And I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna I think he can go winless. And I think he should go winless. So I think all of us in the league should just band together and let him finish the
I
league winless.
I can't. I think I told you the story last week or the week before that me going winless in the league last year. So that's never happened to me. I root that on nobody.
Well, listen, I think we're going to add a wrinkle to this. If he does go winless, there's going to be a rule called relegation. We're going to kick him down to the minor leagues.
Oh,
I don't
somebody
know what
else
that
gets a
means.
chance
Just
to
count me
get
in.
in next year. They
Somebody
get his
else,
spot.
correct. Somebody else gets his spot. So I think that's going to be the wrinkle this year, and that's going to add a little fun to the league that the last place person gets relegated and they have to give up their spot for a year.
I like it. We
It
got
was
enough
crazy
people
how
in this podcast crew that's a great idea.
Yep.
I'm with it.
it was crazy how the standings changed so quickly.
Yeah.
Early in the year, absolutely.
It was crazy.
That's the fun part about fantasy football, man. Anything can happen.
Dak
Anything can happen.
Dak got me 6.62 points yesterday or last week. I'm sorry. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Boy, listen,
And then-
Dak's gonna Dak.
I had Stroud on my backup bench putting in over 30. It's hard to swallow.
Yeah, Randler will tell you in our one league, we I used to do a weekly report. I used to do like a recap and I used to send it out and used to always look at everybody's bench and see that guy that was on their bench that outscored somebody in their starting lineup, and I used to call him out every single week. And it happened every single week. Somebody every single week would have somebody that would drop 20 plus points that was on their bench, and somebody that was in their starting lineup score single digits or less. It happens every week. You second guess it, so it's brutal.
Kyle's weekly summary was epic and just something that most of us looked forward to every week, win or lose. You ever get the time? I know that thing had to take you some serious effort and time.
Yeah,
You ever get the time? You got to do it just 1 week for this league.
I think I will. Yeah. Maybe I'll do it next week since the Eagles are on bye. That might give me a good opportunity.
There
Okay.
you go.
Yeah. That it was fun, man. It was fun recapping it, and it was always fun just kind of it was kind of like this podcast. I mean, friendly banter and just
Yep.
like taking shots at people, and everybody
Yep.
laughed. Everybody had a good time with it. It was fun. But yeah, so let's hop right into NFL, man. Halfway through the season, basically the second quarter of the season has just wrapped up. Um, Teams are looking pretty good. Some teams are looking really good. Some teams are struggling a little bit. Juice, our birds are 6-2, sitting there
Go
going into the bye
Birds.
week, right? Um,
Feel
Looks
like you
like
haven't even hit your stride yet.
I was
Not
just getting
even
ready to
yet.
say it looks like the offense is back on clicking, and that was without AJ on Sunday.
Yep.
So and look, I'm not getting head over heels excited. It was the Giants, right? And after the Scatterbo injury, you could tell that took the wind right out of their sails. Um, so it is what it is.
It's
I will
hard for
say,
both teams to see something like that and keep playing. You know,
100%.
you could see it on all their faces on both sides. That like that's just tough to, as a human being, to see that happen to somebody and to be like, all right, we gotta keep playing this game now. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
it sucks.
Yeah.
It
Well,
was
and
really cool how the Philadelphia fans reacted, standing ovation. Whole thing with Big Dom going and taking them cheesesteaks and pizza, very cool gesture. It showed some serious class out of a group of fans and fan base that nationally doesn't get credit for those kind of things.
yeah,
Right.
and thank you for bringing that up, right? Because like we were there.
A
Two
lot of
things,
PR
right?
work.
So no, yeah. Number one, we didn't see, like, I could tell something bad happened because the ref was like doing this and like everybody was like, so you knew something popped through the skin, basically. You knew something was dangling. But there was a misconception out there that I was reading on some of like the Twitter and like Instagram stories and stuff like that, saying, "Oh, Eagles fans always being classless." They were cheering that he got hurt. Nobody was cheering he got hurt. Everybody was in silence. They were standing ovation when he got carted off because
Mm-hmm.
they have so, like, look, say what you want. He's a Giants player, but I got mad respect for Scatterbo. He plays the game hard,
He's a
and
problem.
he's a problem for a long time. And I hope he heals up. And I just want to be the first one to
Yeah.
say that, right? But I'm glad you said that because that was a standing ovation, and everybody in the crowd was like, "You never want to see an injury like that,
Mm-hmm.
right? You never want to see that type of injury." So it was it is crazy how they just like flip a switch and then they're back to playing football 5 minutes later. But they said that they showed that actual zoomed in picture of it on TV because we didn't see it, and then you like pull up Twitter and you're like, oh my god, you saw it. Like they showed the zoom up of like his ankle
Yeah.
sideways,
Yep.
It
and
was
you're
real
like,
quick, and then they did not show it again intentionally the rest of the game.
yeah,
Like once
yeah.
they
So
went to commercial, they didn't go back.
somebody got in trouble for that, I'm sure,
Yeah.
because they were like, oh shit, we excuse my language, but like we zoomed in on something that we shouldn't have
Yeah.
because that was nasty. That was nasty.
You
But
saw the one guy go to help him up because that's really where you saw it. When he went to go help him up, and then you
Yep.
saw him pull back like, oh,
yeah,
you
because
should just stay there.
Scatterbo was like pointing to it. Yeah, I did find it funny, man. And like, look, I don't know. It's not a funny situation, but like this part of it was funny, and I don't know if it was just second nature or what. But you saw Scatterbo like tap his helmet, like he needed somebody to come in and relieve him. Like I don't know if he was in shock or what, but he was like, "I got
We
to come
know.
out, coach.
Everybody
I got to come
knows.
out." Yeah, everybody knows you're coming out. Like we know,
Facts.
you know. So I felt a little bad. Like there was a couple people wearing Scatterbo jerseys, and we were just calling him CTE man. Just chanting CTE at him, and like I didn't. That was before the injury happened,
Yeah.
mind you.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't
Obviously.
after, but like you were like, damn man, you just never you never like to see somebody get injured like that and like have their career put on hold. Hopefully he's able to come back. Um, I think they said that this is very similar to Chris Godwin's injury last year. So, we'll see. But looks like the surgery was a success and everything was good. But yeah, I mean, being there and just seeing how the Eagles played. I mean, Juice, you were in Minnesota a couple weeks ago. Tell us about that experience, man. I hear some crazy things about the fans in Minnesota.
Minnesota was a vibe. Like, it was a great place. All the stuff they talk about in the Midwest and people being so nice. It was an awesome time until we got to the stadium. And I say that because, like, everything, like, a switch flipped real quick with the fans. And I didn't understand it at first, But so honestly, we ended up sitting next to one of Carson Wentz's high school teammates there. So my wife's sitting right next to him. He's talking to us the whole time, like chilling. And we're sitting up there talking. He was like, "You guys don't realize like how badly um, you damaged our like just everything we had planned." So as you know, the first Eagles Super Bowl that we won was in that stadium. We beat the Vikings that year in the NFC Chip to go to that game. The Vikings fans wholeheartedly, and they told me straight to my face, they wholeheartedly thought they had it in the bag because Carson was out. So they were like, "You guys took our one opportunity to have a home Super Bowl game, and like we knew we were going to beat the Patriots." Like they felt it, and you can feel like the atmosphere of people talk about it. They're still down. Now, but that being said, so that was the first part of the hate. And I have to kind of got to tell you guys know I tell stories of everything. So I got to kind of tell two parts of the story to make it all make sense. So we get out the game, and after we won, we're outside taking pictures, chilling, all this other stuff, and we get ready to walk over to this bar. It was like 2 or 3 blocks from the stadium, like really not even that far. When we get there, and the owner was like, "Wait, the Birds won," and he closed up shop. I'm like, there's like 60,000 people flooded in the streets. Like, what's going on here? He's like, nah, like, it's just not a good time. Like, I got to get out of here. And for real, like, shut it down. So I was like, all right. So that was like strike number one. Two, I have a cousin that lives out in Minneapolis. After we're leaving, so we decided to go back to eat. We went to the Mall of America to go eat. We're at the mall chilling. And he was like, yo, like, I didn't tell you guys what this lady said to me, but it's just not sitting with me. So right before the game started, he's in his all birds gear, again, even though he lives out there and all that. Lady comes up to him and she was like, just to let you know, we grease the poles for you animals. I was like, dang, like, so I've been questioning this whole time since we've been back from Minnesota. What the heck did we do out there that we don't know about? Because for number one, for a business owner to close their business, and for those people to be that on edge, like when I tell you, and it's words I'm not gonna repeat because obviously we're all here, but like I heard more f bombs at Eagles fans than I heard with us at the parade. And
Damn.
we know, right? That's what I was like. All right, like
Damn.
something is off. Like I don't know what it is. I was never able to get down to the bottom line of the story. But even with that all being said, it was a great time out in Minnesota. It was a crazy game. We finally, we let the ball loose a little bit. I will say too, though, I was kind of snapping. I was on the edge of my seat at the end because I think Carson hit a switch for a second that none of us thought he had. Once he started running, started moving around, and he was like, "Nah, but like we got to get this dub." And I'm not gonna lie, I thought we were about to lose that game a little bit. Now, as soon as we won, me and a couple other guys were in there doing the skull chant. And, we had to talk some trash back, like don't get twisted. But for that little like 2-3 minute stretch, I was like, yeah. I don't know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
It's getting a little ugly out here. But yeah, yo, that skull chant. Even just being in that atmosphere, that was my first away Eagles game. Being in that atmosphere and like you really think we know the link is loud. Go in there and listen to the skull chant. For real.
That's
Like
awesome.
for real. Like the drum, seeing it, even just seeing that's the biggest stadium I've ever been in. 60,000 people, and even it's in a dome, but the dome, the ceiling is all glass. So like the sun was shining down in the entire game, so you don't even feel like you're inside really. And then
Yeah.
even similar to what is it, SoFi? I haven't been to SoFi, but just seeing the pictures of it at US Bank, half of the arena is like out in the open. So it's almost like you kind of walk into a pavilion, but it's
Yeah.
a massive pavilion, like naturally, like insane. I had never been in an atmosphere like that. Like literally you felt like the walls were going to shake. It was a louder roar in there because it was all enclosed, partially enclosed, than even like what I felt at the whiteout game at Penn State. Like I had never seen anything like that. And it was
Wow.
wild. We know Birds fans, we know we travel well. That stadium
Mm-hmm.
was 50-50. Like
Wow.
split down. It wasn't even close. This lady shared on Barstool. So my cousin and all them, like I said, that went to the game with us. They're sitting in section 314. Someone took a picture of this lady's phone. She was texting, was like, I've been to many games, but I have never in my life come to US Bank and it felt like it was an away game until then.
Wow.
Like
Hmm.
we took over. It was bad. And then, of course, after we got the win, you can't shut us up. Like,
Yeah,
listen,
you can't. You can't.
it's a no brainer. I
Now,
just told everybody,
is that Philly fans going out there for the game, or they're just in that area? There's that many.
oh no, we traveled out there.
They travel.
It
Yeah.
was a whole lot of Johns being said, a whole lot of
Okay, all right,
yeah, like
all
a
right.
whole lot of we need Wawa. I was like, oh yeah, like
Oh yeah, you're
we
not from you.
y'all with us for sure. Like and
Eagles
it was
fans travel well. There's a group of guys that go to all 8, whatever it is, 9 games a year,
Yeah. Yeah.
we
and they
saw we went
represent.
we saw this one group. They when we were on the Stone Arch Bridge the day before Saturday, and it's a guys group. They literally travel to one game a year. They've done that since 2016, and they mapped out like they had on the back of their shirts. They had each year and where they went. I was
That's
like,
Yeah.
cool.
that's kind
I
of
got
fun.
I
I
got
would
a
do
group
that.
of buddies. Yeah, I got a group of buddies that do this exact same thing. Every year they pick one away game, and
Mhm.
that's where they go. So like a couple years ago when they played in Kansas City, they went out to Kansas City. So like it's a cool tradition for people to do. But yeah, like there's like so many travel groups that the Eagles fans have now. Like fans of
Yep.
Facts.
Philly, like they set up these travel plans, and like it's just you used to hear about it like one game a year where like the Eagles fans would just take over.
And
Now
it would
it's
be like the Giants or the
right.
Redskins, like usually
Yep.
somewhere fairly close.
Proximity. Yeah, they take
Yep.
Not
buses and do
anymore.
it
Bus
that way. Now
trips.
it's like nope,
No,
they
it's
fly
national
in. They
now. Yep.
yep, they do anything now, man. It's crazy. It is nuts. It is nuts.
After after this experience, or even this is my wife's first Eagles game ever. She's trying to go to a game a year. Like it's a wrap. Like
That's awesome.
it's a done deal. I'm just fearful because I feel like I'm gonna have to go. Nah, I'm not. I feel like I'm gonna have to go to Jerry's World and go to Cowboys Stadium.
Mm.
But I'm not gonna
I'm
get.
coming with you. I'm coming with you.
Let's go.
I'm
Listen, I
coming
just
with you.
know I'm not going to be received well there because even at the Eagles Vikings, I got this hoodie from this company called For the Culture based out of Philly, and they just a bunch of throwback Philly stuff. So I wore the hoodie with To with the Eagles jersey standing in the star with everything out, and that's 100% what I'm wearing to Dallas, and I'm willing to fight. So we'll figure it out.
Love it. Love it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Good deal. I love that story, man. And I
Yeah,
love the
man.
fact that you were able to go out there. The thing that I love the most is that your wife now wants to go to a game a year. So
Oh
that's
yeah,
a
she's
win.
on.
And you got to oblige to be like, all right, I guess so. I
Yeah, I
guess
guess
we'll
we
go
got
to
to
a
do
game. If it'll make you happy, right? Yeah.
it.
So that's a win-win for you. Good
For
deal.
sure. For
Hey,
sure.
LeBearded one, you want to tell us about your lovely Cowboys and how they got pounded by the Broncos?
Yeah, that was horrible. That was horrible. So, I, I- are the Broncos good? Like, is that any part
They're
of that?
decent.
And look, I'm
They're
not trying
not a
to act like
crap team.
we don't suck right now, but like, are the Broncos good?
Yeah.
They're serviceable. Like if you sleep on them, you're probably gonna take it out for real.
Yeah, and we did, and we certainly did. They stomped us. It was horrible. And I was just jokingly, proactively posting the Cowboy fan cycle thing where it says, beats up on mediocre teams. You're here.
Everybody knows.
I'm trying to jump ahead of it this year, and that's exactly what happens. We beat
Man,
up on some teams that aren't doing that good, and then we play somebody that's half decent. We get crushed. It
when
sucks.
Surtain went down for the Broncos, I was like, you guys are going to stomp them. At
That's what
that
we
point,
all
there was
thought.
a lot of time left in the game. I was like, they're going to start throwing on these guys, and they got this in the bag. And Denver's D
Hmm.
still stepped up.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. It was crazy to see, man.
I took a small little nap at one point. I was just like, I can't. Just use this for my nap time real quick. Woke up, was like, all right, still not really that much better. I I don't know, man. I stopped having high hopes years ago. It's just, you know, it doesn't matter. I still enjoy turning them on, watching them. It's something about your team when they're playing. It's just, it doesn't matter. It's great.
We talked
So
about this before. As long as Jerry is the owner, you guys will never be truly competitive. You will be competitive enough because it's a business, but you're never going to get over that hump because he doesn't care. He says he cares, but he cares more that they're the most valuable franchise in all of sports than he does about winning any more championships right now.
a team that has the mentality to get over the playoff hump to get there, yes. But like taking L's like this week, that's not Jerry's fault. That's just the team not doing their job.
Yeah, but I
You
mean, he's the GM, so like he's putting the team together, and I think he's so out of touch with that that like, I mean, again, you trade Micah Parsons for peanuts, basically. Like that's what you did, and like it just because you didn't want to give him a contract that you should have given him 2 years ago, because he earned it, right? Like you wanted to lock him up before that this happened, and it's just amazing that he's so out of touch, but. He has a beautiful stadium and it's the most valuable franchise in all sports. So, he has that going for him. But
I mean, that's the way to go when you're about to die. So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
no. I know that sounded really really bad. I'm sorry. In hindsight, I'm tired. My filter's going. But at the same time, like if you know as soon as you pass, like they're gonna sell the team or something in that era, or something to that wave rather. You want to value it, but it's I don't in him trying to make it the most valuable franchise, you're destroying the team. Like I feel like he day by day, Jerry just makes it, or year by year rather, he makes it worse for himself, like his own legacy, because you're gonna be forever looked at as the guy that bought the team. Yes, you built those championships early, but then you got so far in the way that you let them be in the gutter for
Hmm.
Yep.
30, 40. Like that's what we're all gonna remember him as. Like, and that's in hindsight, like if you were him, you would think you would want to fix that. He really doesn't give a crap.
Like,
Like
there's a reason why there's no other GMs still active from the time when Jerry started as a GM,
facts.
because the game has changed and all the analytics has come into it. And like, Jerry's not up on that type of stuff. He's still old school and doing it his way by the eye. And, it doesn't work like it used to.
He probably
Yeah.
has a
yeah,
rotary phone still. He probably still
but
has a rotary phone and
he
dial-up
might.
internet.
That would be awesome if he did. That would be great. Like I would say over the last, I don't know, I'm just gonna say 10 years, but like the NFL has definitely transitioned itself into like this big marketing media thing, right? It's more entertainment than sports today. And Jerry was ahead of that curve as far as like being on that path. And so like you guys say, it's not successful, he would beg to differ, and he would probably have a lot of data to prove where he was right, you're wrong. However, with football, the main objective is to win games, win Super Bowls. Okay, and that's he's not doing that there. But the NFL, I don't really think they care too much about their Super Bowls anymore. I think they care about the entertainment and the views behind it. And Jerry World and all that has been just over the top, and I think it fit very well, with the progression of the NFL. You know, Jerry might have something to do with that, good or bad. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I do
That's
I do think it's funny that they want to globalize the NFL and everything. You don't see the Cowboys ever playing the home game in London or in Germany, right? You don't ever see that. It doesn't happen. The Cowboys aren't going to Brazil and counting that as one of their home games. Jerry
fact.
puts his foot down and says, "We're playing all 8 of our home games right here at this stadium." Right? So, I think there's something to say about that he has brought that mentality, but to your point, it's a business. It's not and I think Goodell and the whole NFL as a whole care more about money and globalization than championships. I will say this though, who's going to have a better legacy for their team? Al Davis for the Raiders or Jerry Jones for the Cowboys outside of championships? I mean, Al Davis is still loved by Raiders fans. I don't know that Jerry Jones is going to be loved by Cowboys fans when he ultimately passes away. I think they're
He
going to
won't.
respect what he did early on when he bought the team, like Juice said. But I don't think 40 years after he dies, people are going to look at him in the same light. I think they're going to look at him as the person that drove the Cowboys into that 40 to 50-year drought between championships.
And I think we'll like him more then because we don't really like him now. We'll respect him more when he's gone. That's always how it works, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
doesn't matter if
Yeah,
it's like an actor or a musician. Like when they're gone,
absolutely.
you appreciate them then, and you don't in the moment. Because right now, I don't know any other Cowboys fans that are supportive of Jerry being there. I'm not. Like all the positive things I said about him, get him out of here. Let's win some games. That's I'm definitely all for that. But like in that scenario, oh yeah, he's going to be like a legend. I think in sports franchise period, not just football.
yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, he's kind of like the Steinbrenner of the NFL. You know what I mean? Like Steinbrenner, the reason why free agency is around is because of George Steinbrenner. Like the way he revolutionized that, and I think Jerry had a similar type of impact on the NFL with the way that he did free agency and trades and things of that nature. So we'll see what happens. Plus, he has that crappy stadium that he needs to fill every year. That they still can't put curtains up to keep that glare from the 50-yard line that nobody
It's
can see
home
from.
field advantage.
Yeah, but it hurts their team too. Like that's the thing. Their team can't even play by it. It's just nuts. You heard CeeDee Lamb complain about it. So that's the thing that gets me is like when are those guys going to finally get fed up? Like money's great, but like those guys are competitors, and they don't like winning. You saw what
Yeah.
Myles Garrett did the other day. He had 5 sacks against Drake May and the Patriots, and he was still pissed off that they didn't win and that they benched him in the fourth quarter with still time left on the clock. And I'm like, that's he chose that though. Like he had every opportunity
His
to
own fault.
still hold out and get traded, but he was like, "Nah, I'll stay in Cleveland because I want to win a championship here." You know damn well you ain't winning no championship in Cleveland. So you clearly took the money. You know what I mean? Like, it's amazing to me that like Cleveland is just a laughing stock. Um, Baker Mayfield's playing at an MVP level. Even Joe
Yeah.
Flacco had a couple good glimpses with Cincinnati, and both of those guys were on the Browns at one point, and Baker led them to the playoffs. Like,
Yep.
and they just got
Yep.
rid of him. I just don't understand it, man. Don't understand it at all.
Trash organization.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Speaking of trash organizations, you want to talk about your Bears real quick? Mike
I wasn't
Jones?
I wasn't sure. I knew you were coming at me with that. I wasn't sure which team you were going to ask about.
Thank God it's off me.
He said, "Thank God it's all me."
I mean, I don't know. I'm slowly losing hope in Caleb. But then at the same time today I read an article that like had me all hype on him again. So it's like I don't know. My feelings are mixed. He,
Kyle,
What?
you
he's
missed.
he's so just frustrating because you can see the talent. You can see like he'll make a play or a throw that you're like, wow, like that was like almost like Mahomes like, or you can see other great players in him sometimes. But then he'll go out and like 2 of the next 3 plays miss a wide open guy. And it's like, you got to be consistent. You can't like miss the alley oops and like make the great plays and still be good. You
Yeah.
got to make the
I
easy
mean,
ones.
what so halfway mark through the season, what grade would you give the Ben Johnson head coaching gig so far?
B, I'm happy with him. He's got the offense at least doing things. Like, I mean, it's been decades since
Yeah,
we had
yeah,
any real semblance of an offense out there. So, I mean, we moved the ball. Caleb is throwing the ball decent amount of yardage for a young kid, and Roma Dunze is an absolute stud. He is going to be a stud. Excited
yeah,
about him. Um, we don't, our line's better. I mean, our defense is our defense. Our defense is always at least half decent. Right now, our problem is that we're down our top 3 cornerbacks right now. So, like, no team is going to be able to stop the pass without your top 3 D-backs out there. Like, it doesn't
yeah,
happen.
yeah, yeah. No,
We
that's
had
fair.
Tyler Huntley out there looking like Lamar Jackson last week. He's just
Huntley's a problem. Huntley's
playing
tough though.
against
Huntley's
playing
solid
against
though,
guys
man.
on the street, though.
But
Mhm.
Huntley's a serviceable backup. He really is.
I
Like he's one of the
agree.
better backups. You know what I mean? Like he's always come in, played well when Lamar Jackson was out. Like he always did come in well and played serviceable. And
I agree
not
with that. I'm
Lamar-esque,
just, I
but
mean, yeah, we helped him a lot.
yeah, that's fair. Yep. Yep. Um, what do you think? What do you guys think about the whole the Chiefs are back and the Chiefs are like in the top five like teams to beat, like Super Bowl favorites? Like, are we buying that right now?
Yup.
No,
Okay.
trash,
All right.
trash.
I the only saving grace is it's the Chiefs. So like it's you can't be wrong by saying that because you're probably right because it's the Chiefs, right? But like the media is just doing what they do. They just
Yeah, I
any
mean, look,
team that any team that wins, oh my God, this is the team that they were supposed to be all year, and it's like they just blow everything up every week.
they've had a favorable second quarter of the season when it comes to a schedule, but they're getting healthy too. So, you know,
Yeah.
and look, it's we said this back in week two when the Eagles played the Chiefs. Like I will never bet against Mahomes and Andy Reid when it came to like certain situations, and like they're just they're gonna win that division. We know that, right? Like, I think the Chargers came back down to earth. I mean, the Broncos are going to be a tough team, but they still got a young offense, right? So it'll be interesting to see. Plus, you know, our boy Sean Payton is just still Sean Payton, man. Getting a personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct called against him in that Giants game where he comes onto the field and like goes all the way down to the 5 yard line yelling at the refs, like you've been a coach for 30 years. You know you're not allowed to do that. You did it anyway? Like
Right.
that's just that's the type of stuff that he's going to do. Like he's that coach that's going to end up causing a mistake. It's not like in the NBA or in college where your coach gets teed up and like it fires up your team. You just cost your team 15 yards. Like that could cost you the game.
Right.
Like it's completely different. You know? Like I love when a coach in the NBA or in college basketball gets teed up and like it sparks the team. NFL, it's not the same. It's just not, you know?
Yeah.
I'm really trying not to despise Mahomes like I used to do Tom Brady. Like I just I hate it because I was sick of seeing him and hearing about him and him win all the time. I just hated him. And at the
Yep.
end, it
Yeah.
was like, man, I wasted a lot of years. Like when somebody was like the greatest of all time, playing right in front of me, I should have been giving that guy flowers. I'm trying not to do that with Mahomes because I watched that guy play, man, and I love watching him quarterback. Just the way he throws the ball, like it's like it's beautiful. It's like poetry almost.
He's next
Yeah.
level, and
I
I
like
know
is he? uh, I mean, he might be the best quarterback that ever lived. I mean, you take away the Super Bowl wins, like the way he plays as quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think somebody was better than him in that position.
I don't disagree with you. Like even and I know it's preseason, but I really like I feel you on that. Like the not the lack of hate or the not trying to hate because that's I feel like the same. It was the same thing people did with Jordan, the same thing people did with Kobe and Shaq, the same thing people did with Brady, like you said. But last year specifically, was it last year? No, it might have been this season. The preseason game. Did you guys see when he threw that behind the back pass
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
in
yeah.
the
Yeah.
preseason?
That
After
was
that,
sick.
I was like, he's the one. like,
Yeah.
like, like, I was like,
Yeah.
what the heck just happened? And I feel you on that. Like I looked, I was like, yo, like he's a different breed, and
The
we
Yeah.
gotta just
ball leaves
appreciate it.
the ball leaves his hand different. Like I
Yeah,
don't know how he does it. It doesn't even look like he does anything, and the ball just goes sailing
launches.
down the whole field like
Yeah.
with ease.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's almost like when Michael Vick used to throw that deep pass, man. He just like just flicked
Like
the
his
wrist
wrist.
and it would go 70 yards like nonchalant, like it was no effort whatsoever. Yeah, I mean, for me, when Mahomes, I think it was either his rookie year or the second year in the league, when he threw the no look pass across his body, I think it was to
Yeah.
Kelsey. I
Yep.
was when I was like, all right, this guy is completely different. He's on a different
Mhm.
level. He's doing backyard stuff and like it's in the NFL. Like you're doing backyard
Mhm.
football drills right now and you're getting away with it against professional athletes. That's when
Mhm.
you're on a different level, you know?
Mhm.
I mean, athletically, he's just a different beast. I look, not to
And
sound like a
Lamar's there
homer.
too.
Oh, Lamar is definitely there, but not to
Lamar's
sound
there
like a
too.
homer. I haven't seen an athletic quarterback in the Mahomes or Lamar level since we saw Randall. Randall was a freak athlete that was well before his time. And if you go back and watch any tape against Randall, it probably makes it look a little better because he was going up against different guys in the late 80s, early 90s, but he was still going up against Lawrence Taylor and the Bears defenses back then. Like he was going up against some studs too. So, and he
Yeah,
was doing stuff that like nobody saw yet. And now it's like the norm with these guys. Like the
yeah,
stuff that Mahomes and like Lamar Jackson are doing on a daily basis, even Josh Allen with how hard he throws. Like Randall was doing that stuff back then, but like it was just he's a freak athlete and like that's all you saw. But like now these guys are making it look like commonplace, man. It's just nuts. It's absolutely nuts.
I agree. It's
But
wild. It's wild work watching. Is watching who they are. Like even like I think with Mahomes, I know I don't want to keep beating that horse, but the one part that I look back at too is the in the Super Bowl loss to Brady. There were like, if you really remember going back to that game, the receivers dropped like 3 or 4 touchdown passes. Like remember the one that stands out the most to me, and because I just still can't believe it happened. But with Tariq Hill, he hit Tariq Hill in the helmet in the end zone, like falling on one knee. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
how did you do that? And even like again, like I'm sure I feel like it had to hit Tariq because he was like, this ball's not going to make it to me. Like, there's no way he's falling
yeah.
down, and it smacked him dead in his face. Like, we're talking, if they catch 3 of those drops, that's a win.
Different
Yeah,
game,
you
yeah,
like
for sure.
it's a
Yeah,
completely different game. It's like, but you don't want to take away because the game is a game, and a loss is a loss, a win is a win. But like his Mahomes' just ability, like I hate to say it, but just like I had to with Brady. I remember when Brady went to, I think we could all agree, we probably thought the exact same thing. When Brady went to the Bucks, this guy's he's on crack. There's no way. Like
Yeah.
it was
it's
like
not it's
Jordan.
not
It was like
happening.
Jordan to the Wizards. It was Jordan to the
100%.
Wizards. Like he's just finishing his career, and then that's it.
It's over.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
And he went right down after when they won that chip. I was like, like I thought Belichick was the alchemist. I was dead wrong. Like
Hmm.
Everybody did.
everybody,
Yeah.
like
And
and not that
I
he,
think Brady needed that. I think Brady needed that.
yeah,
He needed to
facts.
prove that it wasn't Belichick. It was more him than
It
anything
was
else,
him.
right?
See,
I
that's
agree.
the other thing about the Chiefs. Like I feel like the coaching quarterback combo is better than what the Patriots had.
I agree.
And
I
there was a
agree.
lot of luck on Brady's side through those years too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
A lot of luck.
yeah,
And cheating.
Yeah, and cheating.
true.
Yeah, yeah.
We haven't heard anything about Deflategate or anything like that
Hashtag
with Mahomes.
Deflategate. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no, Mahomes just gets out there and plays the game.
Only thing
No,
you hear about Mahomes is that he gets all those cheap calls for roughing the passer. I mean, there was one last night
fair.
Oh,
where
he does.
there was a big time sack in that game, and like the defensive tackle just kind of threw him to the side, and Mahomes fell and landed on the ground like a turtle on its shell, and they were like, "Oh, we got to throw the flag. We got to throw the flag
Yeah,
here." And it's like that was weak. I get it. Like if that was our quarterback, like anybody else's team's quarterback, you would have wanted the call too. But like
sure.
as a fan, you're watching that going, man, that's
And
weak. Like
if that's any of your
Yeah.
defenses, you're also like, that's bull.
pissed off. Yeah,
So
exactly,
like
Exactly.
both,
exactly.
no
Yeah,
matter what side you were on, you're gonna feel like you got wrong there.
a
It
hundred
is
percent.
so annoying right now with like how you came and breathed on the quarterback. It's annoying.
Yep,
And I've said
yep.
it too. It was like if that was my quarterback, like I would be annoyed at that because they're just not letting them play football. Like, what are you supposed to do anymore? Like, how are
Yeah,
you supposed to not touch somebody when you're aggressively going after them?
Yeah.
right.
Like it's going to happen. They're playing football.
Yeah.
I saw an interview with Lawrence Taylor, and they asked him who he thought was the greatest quarterback ever, and he still said Joe Montana. And he said the reason why he said not taking anything away from Brady, but Joe Montana had to get hit. He had to take hits from guys like the whole Bears defense and Lawrence
Mhm.
Taylor in that defense and like Ronnie
Hmm.
Lott and like you still got up and played. You know what I mean? And that was like Ronnie Lott was his former teammate, but he still hammered him when he was with the Raiders and he was with the Chiefs. You know what I mean? But like that's the quarterback. He stayed in the pocket and would fire. It helps when you're throwing to Jerry Rice. You could probably just throw the ball up there, but still, you still have to
True.
stay in the pocket and take a huge hit. Where now, to what you just pointed out, I mean, if you breathe on the quarterback the wrong way, nope, 15 yards. That's it.
You told me. Yeah.
So it's a
Yeah, and it's
quarterback.
such a huge penalty, like a
Right.
huge penalty.
It is, and it's sometimes a big momentum shift in the game, and arguably like the biggest momentum shift of the game is when something like that happens. Because I've seen it numerous times. You never see it on first or second down. It's always on a third and long play for the Chiefs where they miss the first down, nobody catches the ball, and they're like, "Oh wait, there's a flag, roughing the passer," and you're like, "Shit, there it is again, there it is again." And like that's why the narrative is always that the Chiefs get all the calls, and now it's shifted to the Eagles get all the calls. And I'm like, I don't see any of the calls getting thrown the Eagles' way.
No.
Jalen Hurts was hit 2 yards out of bounds on Sunday. They threw the flag, and then they're like, after replay assist, we decided that it's not roughing the passer. It's like, what are you talking about? He was 2 yards out of bounds. You clearly throw like, whatever. But we get the calls too, just like the Chiefs do. I guess is what it is.
Two
To your point,
awesome announcer things from this past week. The one when Mahomes got a late hit call, and the announcer said, yeah, they're going to call that now, trying to protect the quarterbacks, especially that one.
Yeah, I heard that. I did hear that.
It's like, yeah.
Yep.
And the other one was in the Giants game. The announcer came out and was like, as we tried to explain.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
That was so good.
like, you didn't have to do them like that. That was horrible.
Did you also hear in the fourth quarter of that game? The thing I found was funny. He called the Giants the Jets. He was like, and it's New York Jets football. He goes, and then he cracked himself up. He was laughing. He was like, I mean the Giants, and we were sitting in the stands going, that is great because he cracked himself up. He called them the Jets, laughed about it, and then corrected himself. But yeah, when he said that after that instant replay where he was like, it's not a challengeable play, as I explained to the head coach, it's like, damn, it's like. As I like when you're yelling at your kids, like if you would have listened to me the first time,
That's
like,
exactly what it came across
yep.
as. It's exactly, yeah. It's
it
hilarious.
was crazy. Yeah, it was great. That was a good call out by you for sure. Hey, real quick too, I did want to. I know we're running short on time. I did want to shift to the NBA real quick. It looked like the Sixers weren't going to go undefeated this year, but I'll tell you what, man. They just mounted a huge comeback against the Wizards, and it's a tie game right now with 22 seconds left.
Uh-oh.
So came down. They were 13
That's why
down.
you keep giving me a turn my neck. Sorry.
Yep. They were down
me.
13. They were down 13 here in the fourth quarter, and now they tied the game. So, look, I don't know about you, Juice. I don't have super or NBA championship aspirations with this team, but I'm glad that we got some exciting and fun basketball to watch again because it makes it interesting for me, man.
Hey.
Listen, the sky's the limit because the East sucks. So whatever happens, we roll off the ball. I know we got dogs. The only problem that I really see right now is what do you do around Joel and PG? Because we got guys that are coming out to play, that come out to hoop. Like Edgecombe is the truth. Like when I tell you, after the no, I didn't do it the first game. What was the second game? Second game. And he when it came out with like 14-8 or whatever, I bought my son his Edgecombe jersey. Like this is not a game. Like son, this is who you root for. This is he's the one because he's a dog, and I knew he was a good fit from when I went out to summer league. Hearing the trash he was talking, and like he likes to compete on both sides of the ball, and he doesn't care. He just wants to win. Like he doesn't care if he's the one scoring all the points. I mean, he'll take his shots or do whatever. He competes on both sides of the ball, and he plays hard. Like he got heart. I haven't seen a player like this, and I felt like Maxey. I'm not saying Maxey isn't that. He is that, but Maxey's kind of been in a box behind Joel, and then behind Harden and all the other things. Like we haven't let Maxey just be Maxey. This year, I know I sound like a delusional fan. I don't care though because the East is trash, so the sky's the limit. Yes, the Sixers have a possibility to make the final because the East sucks.
I
It's
love
just
it.
it is what it is. The top, whoever the final top six, you got a chance. So,
Yep.
and that's just what it is because the Cavs are delusional. The Knicks, I feel like the Knicks have pieces, and the Knicks can be great. The Knicks just, you got to get over Cat. Like, and I mean, there's no disrespect to him.
Oh my
Like,
God.
I like, I like Cat as a guy. And forgive me if this throws shade on anybody, but I think some of those, it's just the South Jersey folks. Y'all got to stay over there. If you're Central and North, all right, you got some dogs. South, yeah, big kitty cats. That's all it is.
Hey, all this talk about the Sixers, all I know is we were a Brandon Miller injury away from us being 3-0 and beating you last week or a couple days ago. That was a tight
I don't
game.
sound
Brandon Miller would have made a difference. That guy's crushing it. He had 25. I told y'all
He's
about
tough.
him. He had 25 points, 7 assists in the opener. Then he got dislocated shoulder against you guys in the first half. Obviously, I don't know how long he's going to be out with that. I haven't seen yet, but hopefully back sooner and later because that kid's going to be good.
I
But
think he ran into his
to
own
be,
teammate.
yeah, I think that was the injury.
I'm
The
still
only
going with
problem,
you guys heard him.
yeah.
It's
The only
bullshit.
problem, I have, so I hear what you're saying, and you're right. It would have been a different game with Brandon for sure. I can respect that. But you guys were still up, and Miles Bridges got hot, and
I
you
know.
still found a way to take the L.
I know.
I honestly think it's just
I watched
Maxey.
that whole game. I know.
You watched the whole game. Yeah. It was tough.
Damn it.
That was tough. But at least I will say and I was actually supposed to have been at the Magic game last night. I'm kind of pissy I didn't go, to be for real. But I can say that of the Hornets too. Like I feel like, and it's still early on the season. I'm just glad that our teams are decent enough to compete.
Yes.
Like I don't even care if we lose a lot.
It's a good
But
spot to be in.
if we're in like a, we're got like 5 to like 8 point losses. Okay, like they're going at it. They're trying to win. You're gonna have to learn with lumps and bumps, but just compete. That's the only thing I ask. Like be on both sides of the ball, try to lock up, really try to go out there and play hard and go at each other. Like really go I wanna feel like until I feel like you hate the person in the other jersey, you're not the one. When Edgecombe steps on the floor, he hates the people on the other side.
You see Maxey when Bane tried to intimidate
Yeah,
him,
try to tell
and
listen.
Maxey stood right up and was like, "What are you
Maxey's
gonna do?
got fire
What are you
too,
gonna do?"
man. Them two
Maxey's
in
that
the backcourt
dog.
together, they're going to be a force for a very long time.
I'm telling
I
you right
agree.
now, on October 28th, this is Tyrese Maxey's coming out year. He's announcing himself as a superstar this year. He's gonna lead this team to the playoffs, and he's gonna be the star of this team. It's officially his team. I think he worked all off season, kind of taking that ownership and taking that away from Joel because we didn't know what we were gonna get out of Joel. He didn't know what, so he just said, "Screw it, I'm taking it on myself," and it's showing right now. And this is his coming out party. He's going to be an all-star, voted in. He's probably going to be an all-star starter. That's how good I think he's going to do in this first half of the year.
I'm with it.
I miss that word superstar. We used to argue about somebody being a superstar around here.
I think he's going to be a better superstar than that star with a smaller head too.
I agree.
Just saying. I think with that, do you want to talk about your boy Knipple real quick?
Oh, little Con, he's doing all right, man. He's averaging like 50.
Little Con
Knipple is averaging like 15 and 5. It's not. He's shooting the lights out. He's shooting like 55% from the field, 50% from 3. He's having a nice little solid rookie year, as I thought he would after watching him crush Summer League. So hopefully I'd be happy with a year 15 and 5 out of a guy that I didn't like at all coming in. So successful season. Let's go.
You gonna get yourself a little nipple jersey?
I might have to.
A little nipple.
Little nipple.
He's going to be the second biggest steal of the draft outside of the Sixers taking VJ. That's what I think.
I would
think he's
like
going
to
to be the
see
second
that.
biggest
I
steal.
think you're right about VJ being the top one. I would love to see him be second. He doesn't have that kind of same game. They're way different players. He's never going to be VJ, but he can be a very
No, but he
good
could
player in the
average
league.
20. I think he could average 20
He
and 8
could,
easily.
yeah,
Yeah.
in a good best season, yeah.
Yep. Good deal. All right. Well, listen, I know we're short on time, so I appreciate this eclectic group, even Bernie joining the group and adding to the conversation. I
I'm
appreciate everybody
disappointed we
hopping
didn't
on.
hear more about why rocks rock.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. Thank you for the opportunity.
You're
Remember,
welcome.
Click link, Amazon, buy book, Why Rocks Rock. Chapter 4, Conspiracy Theories. Very controversial.
Oh boy. Now I'm intrigued. Do you have an audiobook?
No.
Good, because I don't know if I could listen to your voice in that accent
No.
for that long. And with that, we're out of here for tonight. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week. Go Birds.
Happy
Go
Halloween.
Birds.
Boom, boom, boom.